How's it going, guys? Thanks for watching another video. So winter is coming and the protesters on Mauna Kea are dug in, but it's not the weather that they have to worry about. Alright, a few days ago we had some rain run through the state of Hawaii and the temperatures dropped to somewhere in the 30s up there in Mauna Kea, so there was a light sprinkling of snow going down on there. But the protesters really shouldn't worry about the weather. I'm pretty sure they're all set up for that. What they should be focused on is the $10 million that's costing the state to have police up on that mountain. So I think the running day total is something like 89 or 90 days, $10 million. It roughly breaks down to about $4 million per month. So that number is pretty dangerous when you think that there should be really nothing being spent on there. And the reason I'm saying you got to focus on that is as that number keeps increasing, right? 4 million, 4 million, 4 million every month. There's going to be some point in where people say, hey, Governor Ige, you got to stop this from happening because we're bleeding money out the side. Now, even though Governor Ige has come out and said, I'm going to keep putting money into this so we can resolve this peacefully, you can't just keep throwing $4 million into it every single month indefinitely. Because the protesters up there can stay up there indefinitely, and I don't think they're going to waver. Even if you take it from 4 million down to 2 million down to 1 million, I don't even know if that's possible. You can't just keep putting money in it because you're going to keep bleeding out the side. And that's going to lead to either one of two endings. So outcome number one, the protesters win and stop the telescope from being built on Mauna Kea, and they get it to the Canary Islands. That would be great, but I don't think that's quite what we want just yet, and I'll explain in just a second. Outcome number two is stop the thing that's causing you to bleed money out the side, meaning remove the protesters from Mauna Kea. And I'm telling you guys right now, if it comes to that, it's not going to be peaceful. The protesters are dug in and they're ready to fight. They're going to have to use force to get them off the mountain. And that's not going to look nice. From a social media standpoint, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be all over the internet. It's going to cost a lot of money to arrest people, put them in jail, process them to the courts. It's not the best solution. But I might have a third option. Now, there is no doubt that we are at a serious stalemate up there on Mauna Kea. We got the protesters that are dug in there and they can stay up there indefinitely. They're not going to budge. They're not going to waver. Then you got the TMT scientific community saying, hey, you know what? This is the perfect place for this telescope. We've invested millions of dollars already. We need it there. So really, the only way out of this is a compromise. And here's how we can do it. So of course, option number three is going to be some type of compromise. And I know, just hang on one second. This is what I mean. So if I was up at Mauna Kea and there's some type of leadership, which I'm sure there is, you guys have a little bit of leverage. So I would go to the bargaining table and say something like this. Look, we're here to compromise. We're here to bargain. Here's what we got. We're going to let you build this telescope, and all the conditions that you said you were going to do, we're going to stay with the $1 million going to education. You're going to clean up the rubbish up here, get the telescopes down from, I don't know, like 13 or 14 down to 3 or whatever it is. All of that stays. You guys get to build your telescope. But before construction starts, we want to have national recognition for Native Hawaiians, just like the Native Americans have from Washington, D.C. And until that happens, there will be no construction. That's a good way of kind of using your leverage to win the war for Native Hawaiians versus winning just one small battle. Because then you're going to see just how serious these scientists are about putting that telescope up there. Now you can use their influence, not just the Hawaiian influence, but they've got influences all around the world to put pressure on Washington, D.C. to get that recognition that Hawaiians have been trying to get for decades. Now I realize that there are some Hawaiians out there that are like, hey, you know what? We don't want any of that recognition. We want the sovereign nation of Hawaii, the kingdom of Hawaii, to be brought back. We don't need that recognition. It's whatever. Whatever the leadership on Mauna Kea wants to do, you can ask for it. But the point is, you got to get to the table to ask for it. My recommendation is, I think asking for recognition is more reasonable than asking to get the Hawaiian nation brought back. But whatever you guys think you want to do with it, I think now would be the perfect time to get up there and compromise with the people of TMT and have them help us get whatever you guys want to bargain for. You got to use that leverage to get what you want, whether it's recognition or bringing back the Hawaiian kingdom. You have a chance to do it now. But if you're successful in stopping the telescope from being built and they ship it out to the Canary Islands, you've lost your leverage there. And if you wait too long and let that $4 million a month keep accumulating and they decide to forcibly get you off Mauna Kea, you've also lost your leverage. So the time is now. If you're going to go up there and throw out a compromise and a deal, now is the time to do it. But guys, that's the ending of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to Chemo365, please do. And remember, I'll catch you guys later.